Hey guys, Aaron Dorr here at the New York State Firearms Association. It wouldn't be January here in New York without gun owners seeing a armada of gun control bills on the move here in Albany. We're going to talk about one of these bills today. This may be the biggest gun control bill that we have ever seen filed in the legislature. It may be bigger than the gun control bill which Hochul signed 2 years ago, and certainly bigger than the ammo registration law which took effect last year. A lot of you guys have asked us for an update on our federal lawsuit against Hochul. I'm going to do a video on that in the very near future. This video today, though, is about this massive gun control bill that we have here in the Codes Committee in both the Assembly and the Senate here in Albany. Guys, the bill numbers are A3855 and S5763. Again, both of them are in the Codes Committee. And the scope of this bill is hard to overstate. So I'm going to break the bill down for you. If you're low on time, guys, whatever else you do, hit the link below, sign your petition, help us shut this crap down. Before I break down the bill, here's the dynamic right now in Albany. We have three main camps, all right? Three main camps, kind of four. The first camp is the Republican conference. For the most part, they're all going to vote against any sort of gun control bill right now on the floor. I say for the most part. We have some weak sisters who love to betray us, and we have called them out in the past. For the most part, right now, on a bill like this, we expect the GOP conference to more or less hold together. Then we have the AOC-style radical left conference in Albany. These people are absolutely America-hating, freedom-hating, gun-hating psychos who would do whatever it took to disarm every single one of us. They would vote for gun control if it cost them their job, if it costs their party control the Senate. They do not care. They are 100% worldview ideologues who are looking to disarm the entire population. And then we have the final main category, which is, I'm not going to say centrist Democrats. We have no centrist Democrats left here in New York. What we have, though, are Democrats who are in seats that make them vulnerable at election time. And so they're forced to act like, or at least think like centrists when it comes to things that are so heinous, bills that are so bad that it might cost them their election. And that is the camp that we're going to focus most of our mobilization firepower, political firepower for the humor impaired here, because this final camp is concerned that voting yes on a bill as disgusting as A3855 S5763 is so bad it may cost them their job. That is their fear right now. And so we are being told that they are talking with their leadership team saying, for God's sakes, don't put this bill on the floor. It could cost me my job, and it could in turn cost the Democrats control of the Senate. So that is the current pressure point right now here in Albany. So if we can apply enough pressure to that camp in particular, we should hopefully be able to shut this bill down. I have lost we've all lost any ability to guess the level of insanity that Kathy Hochul's psychos here in Albany will go to. There are many bills that have passed in the last 2 years that you would have said they'll never do it. It violates Bruin. And what we've heard and seen now firsthand, all of us, is that they don't give a damn about Bruin. They don't care about the Constitution, clearly. Bruin, they don't care. They know we're going to sue them. They don't care. We might win. We might lose. That'll take a couple, 2-3 years. They know that. They're just going to keep on going on. And so we can't just sit back and say to ourselves, they'd never be crazy enough to pass this. They most certainly are. We're talking again about A3855. I have the bill numbers over here in my split screen, and S5763. And it's got 4 or 5 main points that I'm going to break down for you guys in this video. But first things first, I mean, this bill is not designed to stop murderers, rapists, kidnappers, robbers, or anybody else here in New York State. Hochul, of course, doesn't care about stopping them. She loves the chaos. She loves the crime wave, because after allowing these people out of prison through bail reform, and after making it hard for us to defend ourselves against them, knowing that 1 + 1 will equal violent crime, she then comes along with the cure, right? And of course, the cure for a statist tyrant like Kathy Hochul is always more gun control. If we just had less guns, right? It is 100% intentional. This is all intentional on the part of Kathy Hochul. So it's not designed to do anything other than disarm you and me. That is the goal behind this bill. Number one way in which you're going to do that is this bill would mandate a mental health exam each time you and I want to buy a firearm. What does that mean? It means that some purple-haired psycho who works for the state of New York is going to sit you down and ask you and ask me questions about, oh, God knows what. And if you tell this person, this professional, right, they're professionals, that you love freedom, you love the Second Amendment, you love your country, you love the heritage of freedom that our country was born with, you're going to be flagged as a problem. You're not going to pass your exam. We all know that. That is the reality of these types of mental health exams. If this sounds like something out of a history book from the last century, that's because this is exactly what dictators last century did to political opponents. They would deem them mentally defective. They would ship them off to a labor camp or worse. And that is how dictators all last century dealt with their political opponents. That is exactly where bills like this come from. So number one is a mental health exam. Number two, we've all heard of how criminals have to go through urine tests, right? Drug testing after they get out of jail. You're now, and I'm now, going to be treated like a recently paroled violent criminal, and we're going to have to pass a drug test to try to buy a firearm. So you're going to have to go into some government office after you've had your mental health exam, probably. They're going to give you a cup, and they're going to say, go in there and pee in the cup. And then if you pass this test, we'll consider maybe allowing you to buy a firearm. So imagine the humiliation in this. Imagine the arrogance of the politicians here in Albany who are drafting legislation like this. These people are disgusting, and they're drafting bills they know will just make all of us throw up our hands in disgust. That's point number two in this bill. Number three, actually, before I get to that, let me give you a screenshot, guys. Don't take my word for any of this. We've got some screenshots for you guys. This is going to make your blood boil. Where is it? Here we go. Here's a screenshot of the bill, okay? This is line 47 on, again, this is A3855, S5763, line 47. I think this is page number 4, but it says right there, pass a drug test as a requirement to try to get a permit to buy a gun. Line 49, pass your mental health evaluation by a licensed physician. Line 50, this is item number 3 now. Line 50 is pass a firearms safety course. And as you can see there, it says, where is that? It talks about with a 90% threshold that may be on the next screenshot I have for you. They want you to pass your live fire test with a 90% threshold. Now, that's not hard for a lot of gun owners. I could do that. Probably most of you guys could do that. But I'll tell you right now, police officers don't have to pass a live fire test with a 90% threshold. They don't. Ask them. They just don't. So, well, it might be easy for me and easy for you to do that. Imagine your spouse doing this. Imagine your aged mother doing this. Imagine someone who's never held a gun before doing this. They're going to have a hard time with this. And the politicians in Albany know it, which is why they've added it to the list of BS that we have to submit to be able to buy a gun. So if you passed your mental health exam, if you've passed your drug test, then you go to a live fire test. And if you pass all of that, you then have to show proof that you have a safe in your home, which of course renders your firearm totally freaking useless when a violent criminal or a team of criminals tries to invade your home at 2:00 in the morning. Here's the next screenshot. Oh, there it is right there. Line 18, 90% accuracy. Again, our cops do not even have to pass that threshold. And then on line 20, you have to provide proof that you've purchased a safe storage depository for your firearm, which that's line 23, incapable of being opened without the key, combination, or other mechanism. So guys, what they're saying is your gun, if you pass all this BS and can actually get one, it has to be locked up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That is the reality in many ways of our current safe storage laws right now. That's already on the books here in New York State. They're going to go beyond that now to say you have to provide proof you own the safe before you can even apply for a permit to buy a gun. This is insanity. This is insanity, and we all know it. And again, it's not designed to stop crime. It's designed to stop you. It's designed to stop me. That is the people that they have in mind when they draft this kind of insanity here in Albany. So guys, again, there is a scenario, though, we can stop this because a lot of people in those vulnerable districts, and there's not a lot of those left. There's not a lot of those left, but there are enough. If we can put our pressure on those districts, we can still stop this bill. Help us do that, guys. Hit the link below, hit the link above, wherever you're watching this, and make your voice heard. You know, a lot of you will say, well, we're going to sue them if this passes, right? And the answer is yes, we're going to sue them. But again, we're already suing the governor. We're already suing Hochul over the last year's gun control. And these things, as we all know, take time. Far better to shut this crap down on the front side right now in the legislature and avoid the 2 or 3 year long process of a federal lawsuit after the fact. Guys, again, join this fight, hit the link, take action, make your voice heard. We'll keep you guys informed. Stay free.